Valorant, one of the hardest video games to learn. I was behind the wall! A competitive 5v5 hero shooter. Think of Valorant as the baby between Overwatch and Counter-Strike. With everything in mind of learning characters, learning maps, learning weapons, learning mechanics. I have given myself the challenge of learning this game within 7 days. And not only that, I am not allowed to ask for help. No coaches, no friends, no experienced players, no content creator colleague, just myself and the game. Day one, we had to start off in the obvious way. We had to see where we fell. I had to know, what could I pull off in an unrated game? Ah! What? I can't hit shots! That's so stupid! It went as well as could be expected. From seeing what was going on in the gameplay, I was able to start developing my plan for the rest of the days to learn Valorant. Day 2 took a very different approach. I felt I needed to understand how the weapons worked in the game before anything else. Because abilities could help, but if your gunplay isn't on, you're screwed. So Day 2 involved lots of time spent aim training in the rain, and I spent lots of time playing deathmatch. All of these fundamentals needed to be practiced. Again, no coaching. Day 2 was all about learning. Judging by the gameplay, which you could see, clearly the fundamentals had a long way to go. Day 3 of this challenge was very interesting for quite a few reasons. The first thing is that my skill level overall significantly improved between Day 2 and Day 3, and to demonstrate this, I'm actually going to continue playing the clip I used to introduce Day 3.
Initiated.
One enemy remaining.
Got three.
Spike down A.
Reloading.
The overall skill level is moving up, but a new question arose in the concept of consistency. Just because my skill level improved didn't mean I could consistently play at this new skill level. Clearly, no. Now, of course, Day 3 also included more aim training as well as more deathmatch, just to practice the fundamentals. I was starting to understand the fundamentals, such as strafing, how to turn corners, how to peek, but it still wasn't there. We didn't hit the level needed, but we also practiced more in unrated because we really needed to put all the pieces together to understand where the new levels of improvement need to be. Is it an aiming issue? Is it a movement issue? There's a lot going on, and it really needed to be broken down and evaluated in an actual game. Wow. What? What? I think you guys are starting to understand what occurred on Day 4. Day 4 was the first day in which my gamer rage overtook my ability to learn and progress in the game. Obviously, Day 4 included a lot of the standard of a day of learning Valorant. It involved aim training, it involved deathmatch, it involved unrated. But because I was getting so tilted at the game, I felt that I would have been practicing bad habits rather than practicing and improving on the good habits, such as the gameplay footage you guys were shown in Day 3. Day 4 also proved that my consistency at the game did not exist. Just because I could play well like in Day 3 didn't mean I would play well regularly. Given my fear of letting the gamer rage overtake my ability to learn, I felt it was better to stop playing for the day rather than continue and focus. I was hoping that Day 5 would go better if I gave myself a mental day to relax. Two critical events happened in Day 5, which really helped move us back in the direction, especially after the unmitigated disaster that was day 4. The first thing we did is that we actually completely locked down our main as Killjoy. You might have noticed in the clips that I've shown earlier that you might have seen me play as Killjoy and you might have seen Reyna. I decided at this point I need to focus all of my attention on Killjoy because she has the best utility towards my play style and how I want to play the game. But also I can actually really perfect the nitty gritty.
One enemy.
Down.
The second part of day 5 that we need to talk about is live streaming. I didn't mention this earlier in the video. Every single day of this challenge was actually recorded live over on kick.com. And you might have noticed back in my section talking about the rules, something I never mentioned is, am I allowed to receive help from stream viewers? And I actually got a stream viewer give me some very excellent advice on how to improve.
Hey, make sure you keep your crosshair pointed only in the areas you think the players are going to be coming from.
Obviously, some people might say, you broke the rules. I never at any point specified I am not allowed to read my own stream's chats. Between picking a main and the improvements on pre-aiming, we started to improve that consistency so that we were no longer having rage-filled games of going 0-20 like in day 4. Considering we now had a main lockdown, we had some of our fundamentals much improved. Day 6 was all about practice.
Reloading.
Last
Placing
player
bomb
standing.
Bomb grenade.
It was about building that consistency, which actually led to us playing swift play rather than unrated. Why did we do swift play instead of unrated? Because it allowed us to play more games, but yet we wouldn't be stuck in a bad game for too long. Continuing on the path of playing as Killjoy, practicing the fundamentals, aim training, even a little bit of deathmatch. The consistency really all felt like it was coming together on day 6. Now that you guys have seen day 1 through 6, as well as learned about my learning process, I'm going to show you guys a direct comparison of what day 1 gameplay looked like versus day 7 gameplay.
Here.
The hunt begins.
Ah!
One enemy remaining.
What the hell is that?
One enemy remaining.
Target destroyed.
What? Run!
One enemy
No more
remaining.
sofa.
So after 7 days of playing Valorant, what we learned is the following. You could learn the game pretty decently well in 7 days. You could actually become a pretty decent player. But would I say I have mastered the game? No. There's people who have been playing the game ever since the game launched back in 2020 who probably still haven't mastered the game. And keep in mind, I wasn't playing with other players who could help me. A lot of players do use coaching to help them get there. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting thumbs up or hitting that subscribe button.